If God is powerful eternally means what? He has no, all the times it's powerful. Forever. To say forever, no beginning, no end. To say become weak, that's called a paradox.
What he wants to do is he wants to confuse the two natures. He wants to take the limitations of the humanity and apply it to the divinity.
Outside Allah is the creation. So when you are looking at Allah, He's not in the creation.
When you are looking at Allah's vision is a created thing. But you're braver than Shamsi. I give you this. You dealt with the question even if you couldn't defend it. So congratulations. You dealt with the question. Well done.
Well done, bro.
You know what it's saying eternally apart from me? You know what eternally apart from me?
No, you are limiting God. No, you believe God become weak. No, I said God can do everything according to His wisdom. But there's difference between what God is. Hear me, James. No, hear me, James. Hear me, James. There's difference between what God is and what God does. What God does, He does whatever He wishes according to His wisdom. What God is does not change. What God is all powerful all the time. What God is, He has no beginning, no end. What God is, He's the biggest. What God is the greatest all the time. That what is God. What
if God is all of that, can He enter His creation?
So listen to this. That's contradiction. That's a contradiction.
Can your God enter His creation, Shamsi?
No,
He can't. Is that what your Quran says?
That God exists all the time.
So your God is not all
He has no
powerful.
beginning, no end.
Is God all powerful, Shamsi?
Is it possible?
Shamsi,
Is it possible to not exist and exist same time? Is it possible for God to exist and not exist same time?
Shamsi.
Is it possible for God to exist and not exist same time?
Do we
Is it
Christians teach
possible?
that? No,
Is
we
it
don't.
possible? Is it possible?
He's fighting a
So
straw
God
man.
cannot do everything then.
He's fighting a straw
So God
man.
cannot do everything.
He's fighting a
So
straw
anyway,
man.
you are making God limit.
Can your God
and
enter His
weak.
creation?
Okay, you can God.
Yeah,
you
Shamsi.
can make God. Okay.
Can your God enter His creation?
Okay, God can do everything. Can God exist and not exist same time? Can God exist and not exist same time?
This is a
Can
nonsensical
God exist and not
question.
exist same time?
That's a
God cannot do
nonsensical
everything.
question.
No, likewise, a
You're
nonsensical
asking a
question for
nonsensical
God to enter
question.
creation that is smaller than the God.
Let's just prove Shamsi's lying to you.
Liar.
Okay.
Anyway,
Let's just prove Shamsi's lying
bro,
to
James,
you.
making no sense.
It's okay, he's going to run away in about
Of course,
5
because I spoke
minutes.
too many times.
He's going to run
Hey,
away about
you're
5
accusing
minutes.
of terrorism.
Oh, look.
Yeah. Accusing God. You say accusing God is forbidden. It's evil.
Right. So let's just deal with the first point, the idea of his God entering into creation.
No, that's not
and
my
then
question.
we'll
Tim.
discuss. And
That's
then
not
we'll
my question.
discuss the
Tim.
Inquisition.
No. You are doing
Then we'll
straw man.
discuss the
I was not
Inquisition.
speaking about this first of all.
Did he
We
try-
speak- No, I didn't say about God's creation. I said to him.
Can God enter his own
No, I didn't say
creation?
that.
Can
So,
God be weak?
no. Wait. Can God become weak? That's my question.
Can God enter his own creation?
No. You came in as a savior to show you that you are a most wicked and very weak person in debate. I
Can
did
you?
show you many times.
Do you
No.
believe that God
You
can
came
enter
in
his own
and
creation?
disturbing me and James speaking. So my argument was to James. If God's all powerful eternally, can He become weak? Answer my
Right.
question.
Yes, God can become weak by virtue of his humanity.
Look out to yourself.
By virtue running
So
away.
why God get the news? My God,
away.
that's contradiction. That's
Right.
contradiction. Why?
So-
Because if God,
so,
wait, I
let's
haven't
just
finished.
address
I haven't
this point.
finished. If this God,
But just walks
if
away and he
God,
never lets anyone else
because
finish,
you're
so he
making no
can't ask
sense.
for any man.
If
Say,
God,
say.
if God is powerful,
By virtue of his
Bro, I haven't
humanity.
finished.
By
If God,
virtue of his humanity.
if God powerful eternally, if God is powerful eternally means what? He has no, all the times it's powerful. To say forever, no beginning, no end. To say become weak, that's called a paradox, contradiction, which
Good.
doesn't make any sense.
Right, address this one
Do you
then
accept
for
that? No,
us.
do you accept the paradox?
Address this
no,
one, by
do you
the way.
accept the paradox?
Address this one.
Do you accept paradox?
Don't jump. Answer
Don't
No,
jump,
no,
answer
no.
my question.
No,
That's
no.
what I want. Do you know, brothers and
No,
sisters?
no.
That's what I walk away from
run
him
away?
because I'm not dealing with my argument all the time. Do you accept is a paradox?
Go on, ask your question again.
He's not listening.
Yeah, I'm
If
trying to find a verse.
No.
I'm listening.
No.
Go
If
on.
God is powerful eternally, you
Yes.
accept that?
Yes.
So meaning
Yes.
He's powerful all the times.
Yes.
Is it possible for God to become weak?
Okay. Now, let me address the question.
Yeah.
He's asked a question. It's only fair he listens to the answer.
Yes, answer. As long as you answer the question.
Yeah.
In and of itself, the divinity cannot change. Are we agreed?
Say again?
the divinity does not change. Are we
No,
agreed?
I'm talking about God. Does God change? Yes or no?
That's the
Does
divinity.
does the divinity change?
Does
Yes or
God
no?
change? Yes.
We all agree divinity does not change.
What do you mean by divinity? What do you
So-
mean? What do you mean by divinity?
The God. The Godhead.
God does not change.
The Godhead. Right.
No.
So-
no, God.
Now
does not
notice
change.
he asked a question,
No, answer.
but he doesn't want to listen to the answer.
Be fair, Shams.
This is
Waste of
Shamsi
time.
all the time.
Yeah, Bob,
it's all right, I'll be
would not
walking
never
off in
answer
5
the question.
minutes.
Because why?
So-
You're not answering my question.
He asked a
Answer the
question.
question.
I
Answer
would
the
love
question.
to. Shut up and I will.
Look at how rude you
So-
You're very rude, man.
So-
What is
so
your good
you,
manners?
Shamsi.
No,
So
I'm not
you,
rude.
Shamsi.
I'm showing you. Go on.
You interrupt people's conversations.
Because you
You
don't
only
answer
ever
my
apologise
question.
to the Muslims.
No, you don't answer my
All the
question.
time, all the
Anyway,
time.
so if God takes on some other factor, some other nature, God, by the virtue of that other nature, can also have the weaknesses that go along with it. As Christians, we believe God has become a man in Christ Jesus, and by virtue of the humanity is weak.
Okay, now wait. We
That's
got
the
become.
answer.
No, wait.
Does that
no,
say
wait.
that the divinity
No,
has
you have
become
answered.
weak?
No,
No,
he just
nothing.
contradicts himself. Why? If God become a man, listen to this. God become what? A man. He become first what? A baby.
Yes.
So wait. So when God become a baby, is the nature of baby to be weak?
Yes.
So was he still God to be all powerful?
But this is the point you're arguing with.
Answer my question.
I'm going to.
He's got powerful.
Shamsi, my name
No,
is not Shamsi.
No, your name is
I
not
answer
Delilah.
questions.
You don't
Run
answer
away
question.
like you.
I
Shams.
answer
Hey,
questions,
hey,
Shamsi.
Why are you shouting?
Because
Calm
you're
down.
going to
Calm
answer
down,
a question
listen
soon.
carefully.
I'm shouting because you're shouting, Shamsi.
Wait. So we got.
So,
we, no,
why
wait,
are you
wait.
shouting?
No, I'm talking to you. Wait.
Right, talk to
we
me.
God became a baby.
Lower your tone. Talk.
Okay. We God became a baby.
Yeah.
Did he still?
Why are you shaking?
I'm not shaking. I'm not that.
Are you nervous?
That's you know the sign. That's sign of the weak argument you have.
go on.
You know when you start character assassination.
Go on.
That's a sign
I mean
of
like you
weakness.
do.
No,
to
don't do
everybody.
that. Anyway, my point here is that when God became a baby, when he was a baby, was he still the same God who was all powerful?
Yes.
But he became baby.
Right, so this is the point you've got to engage with. This is the point, Shamsi, that
So which
you...
part of Jesus was
No,
that?
this is the point that you have to engage.
No, you have to, not me.
Yes, you have to
Okay,
engage
go on.
with this point.
Go on.
And all of you Muslims have to engage with
Can you
this
just
point.
answer, please?
Because you are not attacking Christianity when you come out with the kind of argument that Shamsi's making. We believe that God takes unto himself a human nature. That human nature is contingent and weak. That human nature needs to eat. That human nature is a baby. All of those criticisms that Shamsi makes, he ascribes to the wrong nature. Because we Christians do not claim that the divinity stopped being all-powerful. We claim that the humanity of Christ is where the weakness is, where the contingencies are. Now he says that's a contradiction, the guy at the back.
No, wait.
I want to... Yeah, go on.
Now watch this one. When God became a baby, you have to explain yourself. Are you saying God went inside the human body, or God himself became the body of Jesus?
I am saying that the Logos takes on...
No, one understands logos here. Just explain in English. Go on.
So
Yeah.
I'll explain Logos. Great question. Allow me to enlighten everybody.
Yeah,
yeah,
enlighten
teach
us.
him,
Go
teach
on.
him.
The
Go
word
on, enlighten yourself.
Logos in Greek means word, or can also mean light, or any form of communication. When we say that Christ is the Logos
That
of
will
God,
change the
we are
family.
saying that Jesus is the way that the Father has spoke to humanity in the person of his Son, Jesus Christ.
That's it.
It doesn't answer your question. That is the Logos. You asked me what the Logos
That's
No,
the
I
was.
asked you that.
That is
No.
the Logos.
Here.
Read
My
John
question-
chapter
My
1.
question was to you, Bob. When you said God became a baby, did God went inside the human body,
Yes.
or God himself became a baby?
The Son, the Logos, enters
I'm
into...
asking you. Said God become baby. God. You didn't say the
You're-
word of God. You said God.
You see, this is the kind of
what he
pathetic
said.
semantics
That's what he
that you
said.
do all the
You
time,
You said God
Shamsi.
become baby. You said that.
Do I believe that the Son of the Trinity is God?
Yes, you believe that.
There we go.
There you go.
So
So
there's
God
no
become baby.
contradiction in what I said.
Yeah.
So, thank you. That's silenced you, didn't it?
No, sorry, I'll let you finish.
No.
I'll let you finish.
No,
No,
no.
before, deal with my point. No.
Right.
If God become a baby, no, wait.
Do you object
No,
to the idea that God enters into his creation?
Wait.
Answer
You
my
know what-
question.
You know what God
Yeah.
is? What God is?
I
No,
want to
wait, wait.
ask you
No,
a
no, no,
question.
no.
He doesn't want to answer
No,
any
it's not an
questions.
answer.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
still deal with the point.
Go on.
Even if he tried to hackle many times.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
You said God become a baby.
Why do you object?
Okay, wait. God
Explain
become,
your
I'll tell you why.
objection. Okay.
Okay. When I ask you, when you said God become a baby, are you saying God himself transferred to the human body, or God went inside the human body? So you are saying God went inside the human body?
I'm saying that the Logos
Which is
took
God?
upon the flesh of Mary in himself and took on the fullness of human nature.
I understand that.
Given to him
so,
by Mary.
Well, I understand that. So which part of Jesus, the baby, was God? Which one was the body?
Right, this is the kind of nonsensical questions that you make.
Why you said you were inside?
It's a nonsense question.
If the stick was inside the bottle,
It's a nonsensical question.
Why is the bottle? The stick is inside
You don't
the bottle.
understand the incarnation.
No,
that's why
again,
you don't get it.
which part of
Let
Jesus?
me answer.
The
I got
Quran is
it.
the
Which
word
part
of
of
God,
Jesus
that's why.
which part of Jesus was God? And which one was the
The divine nature was God and the human nature was contingent.
No, Jesus as a baby when he was
Yes.
Jesus. When you carry Jesus
Yes.
as a baby, yeah?
Yeah.
When you look into the baby Jesus,
Yes.
which part of Jesus is it the flesh?
Brilliant question.
Or which one was God?
Allow me to answer that
Because you want
question.
God. You said
Because the church fathers,
No,
the church fathers answer you, Shamsi.
yeah, you answer me first.
The
before
church
the fathers.
fathers shall answer you.
Yeah, which one?
The church, Saint Cyril.
No, I'm asking which part of the body,
Yeah,
which
yes.
part of Jesus
So,
was God?
Let me answer the
No, the
question.
church fathers, yeah.
Because the kind of logic that you seem to be dressing
You
towards
can't
is
ask
this
me.
idea.
Wallah, alhamdulillah, Islam
No,
struggling.
no, because
He's making no sense.
assuming
you know,
that you don't-
Christian.
Let him
What was that
Let him
about
answer.
character
10 years old.
assassination?
Yeah.
What was that about character
That's all right.
assassination?
Exactly.
You don't
It's
make no sense.
Hypocrite,
amazing
bruv.
how
You're a
the
hypocrite.
Dawah team give up the moral high ground
Yeah.
within minutes of trying to
I didn't
claim
say
it.
you shaking.
Every time.
I didn't say you shaking.
Every time.
He just wasted
Oh,
time
they-
anyway.
So-
answer.
Whoa.
Now answer. Which part of
I'm
Jesus was
waiting
God?
for JC.
I want to ask which one.
Okay. So, the question is nonsensical.
Oh, who you define?
Because of the writing.
But you answered that. You said you got
Your
inside.
nonsensical question
No, you-
does not define my answer.
You quit.
I will define my answer according to my own beliefs.
My question
Not
is based
you.
upon your answer.
Not you.
My question was based upon your answer.
But like with all
you
the
said God
Dawah
went
team,
inside the human body.
like you all
That's
the
what you
Dawah
said.
team,
Alhamdulillah,
it is
Islam.
based upon
You
a
see how
double
struggling?
standard.
That's the best debater.
It
He's
is very-
struggling.
he's not
Of course, the
struggling.
Christian.
No one's
He's
struggling,
No
struggling.
one's struggling,
And he's contradicting
Shamsi.
himself.
What was that about character assassination?
Yeah.
No, you are struggling.
What was that about
I didn't say
character
you shaking.
assassination?
I didn't say you're
Hypocrite,
sweating.
There you go.
I didn't say you're
There
struggling.
you go.
I didn't say you're sweating or
Notice
shaking.
he asks a question, but he
Okay.
doesn't want
Go
to
on.
answer. I'm
Answer.
amazed. This is the longest
Go on.
Shamsi's ever stood in a single place.
Because you're asking
So, now,
Hurry up, please.
So, we Christians believe that what is said of one nature is true to the whole person, because Christ is only one person. But he is one person that works by virtue of two natures, a human nature and a divine nature. It is
Two
not
beings, yeah, two
possible.
beings.
It
Two
is
beings.
not possible that you can point to some aspect of the Christ and simply say, well, this is the divine bit and this is the human bit. They exist simultaneously in the same person. So
Doesn't
when
make it-
Christ was held by his mother, she was literally holding God as a human being. That is what we believe.
Say that again, say
That
that again,
is
say that
what
again,
I
say that
invite
again,
you
say
to
that again, bro.
embrace.
Say that again.
No, let me finish my
say
point.
That. I haven't heard you. Say that.
You just heard it. You heard it.
I haven't heard you say.
You
You heard what I said.
Anyway, no, it's
You
my
heard
time now.
what
I'll
you
let
said.
Speak. It's my time now.
No,
My
you
time,
don't
my
get
time,
to
it's my
speak.
time.
I
You
want to
finished.
ask you
No,
questions.
before, no.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
still deal with
yes, yes,
subject.
that's what you're ready,
No,
bro.
we
This
still
is
subject.
on subject.
No.
Yeah.
This is
no,
on
no,
subject.
Let me speak.
On-
Let me
on the
speak. Let me
topic.
speak.
Do you
Let me
believe
speak.
that
Let me
Allah
speak.
cannot
Let
enter
me
his
speak. You don't ask me.
creation?
Let me
Yeah,
speak
yes,
now.
Answer that
Let me
question.
speak.
Yeah, answer
You
that,
know,
please.
remember what he said? Look how he's struggling. When I say he's struggling, I'm not doing character
Allah
assassination.
enter his
Here we
creation.
go.
Stop heckling. Can you
It
stop
takes him
heckling?
minutes to give up the high ground.
Yes.
Minutes.
Minutes.
Clearly,
Seconds.
why should he
Minutes.
walk off? Because
Can
it's
Allah
not heckling and
intercreation.
not answering me.
Oh,
Now I
heckling.
can
You mean
speak.
like these guys were heckling a few moments ago and you said
Yeah,
nothing?
yeah,
You say, well, I
That
said
kind of
stop. I
heckling.
said stop. I said stop anyway. Anyway, but I know your tactic. When you cannot answer, wait.
Can Allah enter his
Let me
creation?
finish. I will answer any question, but let me
Okay,
finish.
answer that
Answer
question.
that
No.
one, answer that
We
one.
still
We'll
deal with
let you
subjects.
finish and then answer
No,
the
we deal with
question.
subjects.
Don't walk away like you
Don't
always
speak,
do.
we deal with speech.
Don't run
We
away.
deal with your subjects.
Okay.
Now, first of all, you said to us, that's your speech, not my speech.
Correct.
And correct me. You said, I asked you, when God, you said God became a baby.
Yes.
God became what?
A baby.
That's already paradox, yeah? So you said no. It's
not a paradox.
It's a paradox because baby is a baby human being.
And?
God is God.
Correct.
Okay, so,
What's your
so
point?
to say
What's your problem?
I'll tell you what's my problem.
Two natures,
Okay.
one person.
Two,
What's the problem?
Two nature,
Yes.
one person.
Yes.
Wait, what's this? That doesn't make any. Because the nature is an attribute of the essence of God. You understand?
No.
So yeah, it is. Because why? You have a nature. What is human nature?
this instance,
no.
the nature is
You
the
have a human
essence.
nature. You can.
Correct.
You can become what? Do dog nature as well. Become like a dog. You understand? But you said human. But
No,
you can't say, you can,
no,
let me speak
you
now.
don't understand
Allow me
nature.
to- Allow me to speak now. Allow me to speak.
And then I'll correct
Allow
you.
me to speak.
And then I'll correct
when
you.
you
And
said,
then ask him again.
when you said God became a baby, you said God enter inside the baby's body. Is that correct?
No, I said that God became a baby, not that he entered into a baby.
Okay, if God became a
I'm
baby.
not a Nestorian, which is
Okay,
where
no
you're
problem.
trying to
No
channel
problem.
me towards.
So if God became a baby, he
Yes.
has to change because a baby is different than God. Baby's nature is to be weak, to get breastfed. God's nature to be all powerful. So for you to say God became, mean he transferred. So he became something else, which a baby, correct? That is alhamdulillah.
Allow me to reply
Alhamdulillah.
now.
Bob the builder
Now watch,
is
he's
here.
going to walk
Show
away.
him.
He's
It's
going to
the
walk
belief of
away.
Christianity.
He's going to walk away.
So you believe God became
Right,
baby?
that's what. How many times do I have to say
Khalas,
to
take
you?
off yourself.
Oh, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
how many times?
Hey,
Hey,
Khalas,
no, no, Jake.
God poos his nappy.
No, no,
Yeah,
Do you
Jake.
believe your God got moved to by Romans?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
You know
So,
Allah
what
Akbar.
victory? What
No,
victory?
victory is you
By
could.
virtue
No, you
of
victory
his humanity.
is you couldn't even save himself.
By
How is he gonna
virtue
save you?
of
How are you gonna
his
put trust
humanity.
on a God? He couldn't save
By
himself.
virtue
That's
of
it.
his humanity.
That's it.
So, your objection is essentially that God can't become limited and contingent.
No.
Is that your objection?
Can I answer it?
Yes.
My objection is if we define what God is,
Yes.
if we say God by definition
Yes.
is all powerful eternally,
Yes.
and by definition
Yes.
is all knowing eternally,
Yes.
by definition
Yes.
is the grace eternally,
Yes.
which means all the times, then with the same breath you tell me God became weak and he had someone who changed his nappy, that's called a paradox which doesn't make any sense.
Brilliant. Now
do you
answer
accept
this
that? No, do you
question,
accept that?
Shamsi.
No, do you accept that?
No, answer this
do you
question,
accept what I
Shamsi.
said? Do you accept what I said?
No, I don't.
Okay,
Now
take off
answer.
yourself.
You see, he's walking away.
Bob, thank you.
Hey, the Allah integration. Oh, the Allah integration. Can Allah integration? Can Allah integration? Can Allah
Okay, yeah.
integration?
Before I go,
Okay.
anyway, alhamdulillah.
Just like I said
How
you
can,
would.
do you know what I left? How can I
Shamsi
speak
ran
with a
away.
person? He-
Just like I
How can
said
I
I would.
speak? How can I speak to someone
So,
who doesn't understand what
Shamsi,
he's saying?
answer
It's
my
like saying God
question.
exists and not exist same time.
Shamsi, answer my question.
Okay, go on.
Okay. Do you? I have a number of questions. We've
No,
talked
one,
about
one.
No.
Bro,
Don't
I'm
be
gonna
a
walk
chicken.
away.
Of
I'm a
course you
chicken.
will.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do.
Because
Because you're a coward.
But you
You're
believe
a
God.
coward, Shamsi.
Okay, I'm a coward.
That's why you're going to walk
So
away.
why I spoke to you?
Because you're
If
a
I'm
coward.
a coward, why I spoke to you?
So,
no, wait.
do you
If
believe?
I'm a coward, why I
Do
spoke to
you see?
you?
Do you see?
No, you said
Talk
I'm
to me
a
now.
coward.
Don't change the
Wait.
Don't
Don't change the topic. Don't change the
Don't
topic.
change the
Don't change the topic.
Don't change the
Don't change the
subject.
topic. Because Allah integration.
Shamsi, why are you panicking?
Wait.
Why are you panicking?
Stop panicking. Stop panicking.
Why are you panicking?
Okay, now
We talked
you
for.
said I'm a coward.
We taught you what?
You said I'm a
We
coward.
talked for 10
Why
minutes.
Why did I
We
not run?
talked for 10
I moved
minutes
to you.
about the Christian faith.
Okay, now, yeah.
I answered your questions.
Which,
Do
alhamdulillah,
me
thank
the
you very much.
courtesy.
Christians become Muslim.
Do me the
He believes
courtesy.
God become a baby.
Do me
Someone
the
changes his
courtesy
nappy. God
of
damn
addressing
fool.
my
Yeah,
questions.
go on.
Okay. Do you believe that Allah can enter into His creation?
That's a good question. For everyone to hear it, the question is asking, can Allah enter his creation?
Yes.
As a Muslim, we believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he does an action, not just pure from will, he does an action according to his wisdom. Okay? Now, the creation. If we establish that Allah is the greatest and bigger than his creation, bigger than what? His creation. So it is illogical to say the one who's bigger than his creation is inside his creation.
Fantastic.
Because why? When you believe that, you believe God's inside what? The pool, the toilet,
Great.
the woman private part, the man private
Now
part.
allow me to
No, wait.
I have
Do
a follow-up
wait,
question
Wait. Do you accept? Do you believe God's everywhere?
Okay. No. I'm asking you questions.
No, I'm
now.
asking you.
No.
Don't stop running away. Stop running away.
I'm not running
I
away.
allowed you to ask me multiple questions
I'm
about
running
my
away.
faith.
Okay,
Now
no,
let
no,
me do the
okay,
same.
no problem.
Stop running away.
Ikhwan, let him.
There you go.
Let him talk.
Redeem yourself, Shamsi.
Ikhwan. Let him talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all heard Shamsi say that it would not be fitting of God's wisdom that he should enter into his creation. I therefore submit the following verses evidence.
Yeah, get it.
Will you stop?
But I know where he's
Stop being rude.
Stop being rude.
Sorry.
Stop being rude.
That was rude. Sorry.
Of course it was rude. You're Shamsi.
No, because why? No. Do you know why?
No.
Look. Bro. You believe it's okay for the Christian
Here he
God
goes
to
again.
kill babies.
Changing
You're
the subject.
Yes,
Oh, you're a terrorist.
Changing the
Bob, you're a
subject.
terrorist. You're a terrorist.
I'll deal with that.
I know you're panicking.
Christian
but you're
terrorists
debating
panicking.
him.
Bro.
You're debating
Bro.
Hey, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said,
Stop
"Maybe
wasting
terrorism terror."
time.
Anyway, go on.
Okay,
Look, I'm relaxing. Go on.
thank you very much.
Go on. You believe God has
So-
nothing.
So, he said that it would not be fitting of God's wisdom that Allah should enter into His creation.
Brother, go on.
That's what he
I
said.
submit the following verse,
Let's, إخوة.
and then I want his commentary.
Yeah, إخوة, brothers, let him speak. إخوة, let him speak. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course, I'm not terrorist.
Surah 75,
I'm also spoiled.
Ayah 22 and 23. Some faces that day will beam in brightness and beauty, looking towards their Lord.
Yeah.
So my question to you, Shamsi, is how can they look towards their Lord if Allah doesn't enter into His creation when vision is a creation?
Okay, watch. This is a joke. This is a joke. No.
Answer the question. Answer the question. And for real.
Wait, brothers.
Your book is for real. Your book is for real. Your book is for real. Vision is a creation.
Brothers, I know, brothers. You know what we should say? أخوة, it's my time. You know what? أخوة. Do you know what we should say? Wallahi, when you Wait, brother.
He's not Muslim. He was trying to get
Okay. Well, brothers. Okay. Wallahi, we as a Muslim, it's my time to speak.
Is vision a creation?
Wait, let me speak. We as a Muslim, when we hear about speaking, we should say Alhamdulillah for Islam. Yeah. Thank you.
Is vision a creation?
Now, if watch, Prophet Muhammad explained,
My
he said,
question is,
let me speak.
is vision a creation?
Vision is creation, but Allah's not inside.
Thank you.
Allah's not inside.
Vision is a
Allah's not
creation.
inside.
Perfect.
Allah's, no, wait, I haven't finished. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Brothers, my brothers, let me deal with the best debater for the Christians.
Go on.
These embarrassments.
I wanna hear
now,
it.
Now, the moon. When I look at the moon, is the moon inside my eyes?
No. Thank
yes
you.
Or no? Yes or no? It's inside my eyes, the moon.
The optics is.
No, the moon.
Yes.
The moon.
Because it is in creation.
Stop being embarrassed.
You see the moon. Because it is in creation.
Okay, wait.
You see the moon because it is in creation.
Why it's in creation?
Do you agree?
Wait.
Do you agree?
Wait, let me speak.
No, 1 second.
Let me speak.
No, you've
second.
given your answer.
Wait.
Stop running away.
Stop running
He's
away.
scared because he got
He's
caught
quick,
out.
man.
You've got
How
caught
can I
out.
speak?
You got caught out, Shamsi. I know you want to run away. Think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying. All of you think about what you're saying. No, you did speak. You gave your answer. I wanted to return to your answer. He's running away as always. You gave your answer. You gave your answer, Shamsi. You said.
Let me speak.
You
That was an
said.
example.
What did he say,
But it
bro?
was a false example, Shamsi.
Let me
It was
speak.
a false example, Shamsi. Let me reply.
Question, answer.
We'll let you speak and then I'll reply.
Okay.
But listen to the reply.
So my example was,
Yes.
you know what I mentioned is an example. An example. Apart from move it. Yeah. Move it side here. Boss. Come this side.
Against the metal.
Come the middle, yeah. So for people to understand, I was giving an example.
Back everyone a little bit.
I was giving an example. Me watching the moon.
Yes.
Allow me to finish now.
Yeah, and then I'll reply.
No, I haven't finished.
Okay.
I was giving an example. If within the creation, sometimes you can observe something and does not necessitate it's inside your eyes.
Agreed.
And we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as the Prophet Muhammad said, there is the heavens and there is a paradise and there is the throne and Allah is above it. So us looking at Allah does not necessitate Allah is within His creation.
So,
do you understand that?
Let me reply.
Do you understand that?
Let me
Go
reply.
on.
Let me reply. He said that he is above it.
Yeah.
That's the argument that he's making. He's making it from this idea that Allah is above the heavens, above the earth,
The creation.
above the throne, above
So it's not
creation.
inside the creation.
1 second. 1 second.
Separate. Yeah.
1 second.
Embarrassment.
Now
wallahi.
notice he's interrupting.
Embarrassment.
Notice he's interrupting.
Interrupting, man.
So listen,
Double standards.
but listen to what the Quran says, because the Quran contradicts
That's
him.
not the Quran. No,
Let me
hadith.
finish.
That's
Let
not
me
the
finish.
Quran.
It's not a hadith. This is a translation.
No,
of
that's not the Quran.
hadith.
You read it. Stop lying.
No,
read.
this is.
Where's the
listen,
verse?
listen.
Where's the verse?
Listen,
Yes.
Shamsi, calm down.
But you
Too
like
much
you're
coffee.
getting excited.
Too much
coffee, yeah.
Too much
I have to
coffee.
accept that. I have to accept
Too
that.
much
I need to
coffee.
cut down of coffee.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Drug
Bobby, I
abuse.
need to cut stop.
Shamsi's
Shut your
admitted
rubbish.
drug abuse. But anyway, let's
Drug
do it.
coffee, drug abuse.
Right.
So
Some
push the button.
faces. Listen.
Anyway.
Alright.
Let me make my argument, Shamsi, and then reply.
Yes.
Give the reference,
It
Bob.
says
Give the
in
reference.
the Quran, Surah 75. So this isn't a hadith. This is a
Yeah.
Quran.
Yes. That's,
Surah 75,
You're wrong,
ayah 22 and 23. Listen to this.
Yes.
Some faces.
would be darkened.
Listen, let me finish. No,
I
that's
have
not
to
what it
memorize.
says. That's
We
not,
memorize
well,
it
you
for you.
memorized it wrong because it doesn't say that.
So
Let me finish.
وجون يوم عيد النادرة.
Will you stop interrupting, Shamsi?
Alright.
Listen, listen.
Alhamdulillah for you, Bob.
Some
Thank you for coming.
faces are created. That day, days are created. Will beam, light is created. In brightness and beauty, these are created things. Looking, vision is created.
Is he serious?
Towards,
Where he's looking, where he's
direction is created. Their Lord. Looking
That's
is
not the
vision.
Quran, that's
One
explanation.
second,
Oh my
Shamsi. Let me
God.
finish.
Go, expose
Calm
yourself.
down. Yeah, I'm going to.
Carry on, carry on.
Shamsi's argument was,
Yeah.
when I look at the moon is not in my eyes.
Yeah.
But the fact is, if he is looking to the moon, it is because the moon is there to see.
So
And
does
if
that
you
mean-
can see it,
creation.
vision, sight is a creation. So
But not the
Allah
thing you look
has
at.
entered
Wait.
His creation of this verse makes no sense.
No, Ikhwan, it's my time now. Brothers and sisters, Ikhwan, please, everyone. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, Bob, thank you for coming.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Bob,
You're
watch this,
welcome.
watch this. Bob is ghanima for us.
Yes.
Why?
Go on.
Watch it, huh?
Go on.
If
Shaking,
Allah, if
Shamsi,
Allah,
you're shaking.
again, I'm like that naturally to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let him-
Too
let
much
him talk,
coffee.
let him talk.
Too much coffee.
Now let me speak.
Too much coffee.
If Allah is above His creation, okay?
Yep.
Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists without
Yeah.
any doubt.
Yeah.
And if Allah exists, doesn't mean He exists within His creation. Because we know when Allah, before the creation was Allah. So when Allah created the creation, He created outside Himself. Not inside Himself.
Is sight
Oh,
created?
No, outside. No, wait.
Is sight created?
But no, Allah's not created.
Is
Allah,
sight
no, wait.
created?
Wait, let me speak.
Sight,
Let me
not
speak.
Allah.
Sight
Let me
created.
speak. Let me speak.
Yeah, please do.
Let me speak.
But answer
So
the
Allah,
question.
so Allah is outside the creation, above His creation.
Yes.
And
We
paradise
got that
is
bit.
the highest.
that bit.
Yeah,
So
we got
when,
that bit.
wait. So when you say Allah's inside the creation, what does it mean? He has to be inside the creation, but above Allah there's
sight created.
wait. Allow me to finish. Above Allah there is nothing. Beside Allah there is no creation. What is below Allah? Outside Allah is the creation. So when you are looking at Allah, He's not
There
in the
you go.
creation.
When
Check
you
out
are
yourself.
looking
When you are
at
looking
Allah,
at
embarrassment.
vision
Check out
is a
yourself.
created thing.
Yeah.
Allah's
You
not.
understand
No, no,
this?
thank you.
Thank you.
When you are looking at Allah, vision is created.
it.
So
It's
not
Allah
making
has
no sense.
entered His creation.
Thank you.
That's what He just said.
Which creation?
You've just sunk
I didn't say
yourself.
that. You're a liar.
Right.
I said clearly. If
You're
Allah,
on
wait,
camera.
wait.
You said looking at Allah.
Yeah.
So what
Is
does that mean?
vision created?
But not Allah.
Is vision
Wait.
created?
Wait.
Is
vision created?
Wait. When you say
Yes or
Allah,
no?
no, wait. Let's watch this, yeah? When you say Allah's inside this creation, define what does it mean?
Okay, it means that Allah has created something.
Yes.
Let's use the example of sight, vision, as the
What?
thing that Allah has created. So Allah has created vision. Vision did not exist. Our vision does not exist except by Allah's creation.
Yeah.
And Muslims hope that on the day of judgment, when they are in paradise, that they will look towards their Lord.
Yeah.
That means for them to see their Lord, their Lord has entered into sight.
No,
Which
what?
is a
Where
created
is sight? What is sight?
thing.
Where is sight?
A creation of Allah.
No. A sight, no, wait. A sight is a sight. Something. Wait. A sight.
I just have
No,
a
wait.
creation
No,
of Allah.
wait. I'm looking at you.
Yes.
No, wait.
Did you do it by Allah's creation?
Wait.
Allah created it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Created sight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wait.
No,
Yes, Aqua.
Wait. I'm looking at you
Yes.
with my sight. Are
Correct.
you inside my sight? Are you inside my sight? Are you?
Is your-
Are you?
Is your-
Are
yes,
you?
I am in your sight.
Inside my sight.
I am
Thank
in your
you.
sight.
You are in front of me, liar.
I'm right here. Thank you.
Liar.
Come on, trouble, man.
What about terrorism?
Is sight a creation?
Yeah,
Answer the question.
it's sight a creation, Shad.
Did Allah create sight?
Yeah, did Allah create sight, Shad?
Bro, take care of yourself. I'm going home.
One final
Finish you.
question.
No, take
One
care.
final question, Shad.
One final question. Did Allah create your sight?
Did Allah create sight?
Answer the question.
Shamsi, did Allah create sight?
Did Allah create sight?
Yeah. Shamsi, answer. Did Allah create sight?
He's run away.
Run away. Hey,
Brother,
hey,
take
what
care.
about terrorism? What about terrorism?
Khalas, I have to go.
What about
Let
terrorism?
me clarify before.
Create sight.
Yeah.
Did Allah create sight? Yes, it's there. Yes, it's in my optics.
You're crazy.
Free speech out here.
They don't get it. They don't get how they've undone themselves. So let's do a roundup and I'll explain the fallacy of Shamsi.
Explain the fallacy of Shamsi.
Gainer, explain the fallacy of Shamsi.
Shamsi. Bye, Shamsi. Thank you, Shamsi. Allah
now.
is the creation.
Take care.
Shamsi, thank you.
Now don't shake your hand because you're Pasha Muslim. Don't shake your hand because you're a pressing Muslim. You're a pressing Muslim. You're a pressing Muslim.
Thank you, Shamsi,
Pardon.
for confirming
Thank you
that
for
Allah is the creation.
I never
Thank you,
said that, liar.
Shamsi. Thank you, Shamsi. Hey, come.
Is sight a creation of Allah? Is sight a creation of Allah?
Is sight a creation of Allah?
We're asking any Muslim.
Anyway,
Is sight a
now,
creation of Allah?
according to Bob,
Did Allah create
according to
sight?
Bob,
Did he create sight?
Did he create sight?
Answer the question,
according
Shamsi.
to
Did he
Bob,
create sight?
Did he create
according to
sight?
Did he create sight?
According to Bob, Allah
the
entered
moon
his
is inside
creation.
his eye, which is
No,
not true.
no, what I
Because
said was,
that's why you said
what I
inside the
said
moon.
was,
Because
the moon is in creation and I can
it's
see it
inside
by
you.
my
It's inside
sight.
your eye.
I can see
Your
it.
sight is not something which is
It is
inside
in
your eye.
creation, is it not?
No. Allah
it
is
in
outside the
creation?
creation. Looking
Is it
at
in
Allah
creation?
does not mean inside the creation.
In
Check that.
creation. Allah, did Allah create sight?
Did Allah
Yes
create
or
sight?
no?
The moon. Shamsi, Merry Christmas, Shamsi.
Crazy.
Merry Christmas, Shamsi.
How many planets can you fit in there?
Merry Christmas, Shamsi, you fraud.
So let's do a roundup.
I'm not saying Bob wasn't listening.
Right, rap.
So
Oh, what happened? Ah, okay.
let's do a roundup and explain why Shamsi got it so wrong.
Go on, Bob.
Okay, so Shamsi, like the rest of the Dawah team,
Yeah.
like to jump on a little thing that you say as a giant distraction to the main argument. Because when he asked me about the moon,
Yeah.
whether I articulated it well or not, the point that I was trying to make is that the moon is in creation. And he was trying to say, by analogy, that because I can see the moon, it doesn't mean the moon is within my eyes. But the fact of the matter is, the moon is within my sight. One second.
Yeah. Behind the camera.
The fact of the matter is that the moon is within my sight,
Yeah.
and sight is created. And I think it's very telling. It's very telling
Yeah.
that Shamsi did not want to answer the question.
Nothing.
Is sight created
Yeah.
by Allah?
Yeah.
And here's the reason why he didn't want to answer it.
Why, bro?
Because he said that when you look towards Allah,
Yeah, he said that.
and the other Muslims said when you see Allah.
Yes, they said that.
The fact of the matter is, if that vision is created by Allah, and then by Allah's creation you look towards Him, then Allah has entered His creation. He has entered His creation because sight is created by Allah, and if you can see Allah in any way by the vision that Allah has created, then Allah is inside of His creation. And he ran from the argument like he always does, because he knows that the arguments that he makes contradicts the polemics against the Christian faith that he makes, and he does it every single time. So I would ask all of those Muslims celebrating Shamsi's great walkaway to address the point. Is sight created by Allah? If it is, when you see Allah on the Day of Judgment, which is also created, and you have a direction that you look towards Him, which is also created, how can you maintain the idea that Allah has not entered His creation? Let me ask you very quickly, sir. Okay, you want to ask me a question? Yes. Yeah. You have seen His humanity, yes. You've seen. Listen to the answer that I'm giving. Let me answer the question. Yeah, but you say things like that. But even before I've spoken, you're already interrupting. It's all right. We're used to it. You know, Dawah team manners. So you see Christ by virtue of His humanity. This is what you see.
Okay. Can you see God? You just said we can.
You see God by virtue of His humanity.
Wait, just hold on. Listen, you didn't hear my question. Can you see God? You said yes.
Yes. By virtue. What did I actually say?
1 second. First speak. Doesn't matter virtue of the.
No, it does matter.
Of course it
No, it
matters.
does matter.
1 second.
Because you're talking about my faith, not yours.
Can you see God in His godly form?
You see.
Can you see God in His godly form?
No one has seen God at
you
any
can't see God in
time.
His godly form.
Let me finish.
Go on.
No one has seen God at any time except the Son, and to whom the Son reveals Him. When Christ becomes man, insofar as human nature can convey the character and persona of God, when you see His humanity, you are seeing God.
Alright, question.
By the virtue of His humanity.
You see when you say that, so you believe that God mixed with Jesus then?
Not mixed, no.
You believe, okay, Jesus
We believe
entered-
that the Son is Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
the godly essence of God.
The divine Son, yeah. The divine Son.
Leave Jesus.
No, we're talking about Jesus.
God.
Yes,
What
we're
is
talking
God?
about Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
Okay, Jesus. He's a
Yes.
human essence.
There we go.
Mixed with a divine essence.
Yes.
That's what you believe.
Not
right?
mixed.
So what then?
That He has two natures in the one person of Jesus Christ.
Okay, when you say nature, what do you mean by that?
So, good question. The nature is that which makes you what you are.
Okay.
Okay? So
Fantastic.
you.
So that's it. So I got you. I understand.
Okay,
now.
fair enough.
So that is now your essence plus your attributes.
Yes.
For example, what makes you you is your essence. In addition with your
Your essence is communicated via your attributes.
Yeah. For example, your feet is part of your.
Hold on 1 second.
No, 1 second. I'm asking you.
Yeah.
So now you're saying now that all of God mixed with all of Jesus in a human form.
No.
With all of man.
No, I didn't say that.
do
Listen
you mean?
very, very carefully to what I actually said.
Because you do bounce a lot.
No,
change
you bounce a lot.
Okay, but go on.
The Muslim Dawah team bounces a lot.
go on.
And you bounce a lot because you never listen.
Go on.
Because you're too busy trying to roll out your tropes.
All right.
Right? I am saying. I am talking. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So,
So I
what
got
I'm talking about is that the divine Son took on the fullness of humanity. Jesus Christ isn't that God mixed with Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the person of the Son in human form.
You're not answering my question.
I really did. You
This is
just
how
didn't
simple this is.
listen.
Isn't this question and then answer it like how I'm asking this question? Listen. God, what do you believe God is? You believe the Father and the Son are different, right?
They're distinguishable. Yeah, they're distinct.
That's what
yeah.
I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So the Father in his essence and his attributes.
No, that's not what we believe.
I haven't even spoken.
Okay, go on.
The Father in his entire essence and attributes, and the Son in his entire essence and attributes. Are they different?
In terms of their essence and attributes, the Father and the Son are the same.
The Father and the Son are the same.
Yes.
So then they're one essence.
Yes.
So they're one essence.
They share the
but
same
they're two
essence.
different essences.
No. No, you're confusing two things.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
Explain how two separate essences can be one.
But that's not what I said, though, is it?
Or what did you say?
That's what you said.
Clarify.
And you said that because, again, you weren't listening.
Okay, clarify.
And you say that because you never listen. The Dawah team never listens. People in making these Muslim arguments never listen. Christians believe that the Father and the Son are distinguishable as persons in that they communicate with one another, in that they speak to one another, in that they operate differently.
It's your language that you're using is very confusing. That's why.
That's because you need to study more,
No,
bro.
it's not about that.
The problem is on
That's what
you, not on me.
use to cover what you believe. What I'm saying
And why do I need to cover anything? I'm not
I'll tell you
hiding from anything.
Because when you say
Hold on one second. I haven't answered your first question.
Because I know what you're going to say.
I haven't. Oh, go on. What am I going to say? Really? Go on. What am I going to say?
When you say two distinguishable persons,
Yes.
do you mean two distinguishable essence and attributes? Because a person is an essence with an attribute, correct?
No.
So what is a person?
A person.
Are you a person? You have essence and
A
attributes.
person is
And attributes.
a person is a will and a desire.
So,
It is.
okay.
There's
So
many.
can
There's
will and
many
desire
attributes.
exist alone?
1 second.
Can will and desire exist alone?
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Wait,
They're
wait.
embodied as attributes
Okay.
in essence.
If you're going to start doing this kind of debate, I want you to answer a question.
Okay, go on.
Right. Is vision created by Allah?
No, 1 second. Answer my question first.
Yeah, but I keep trying to, and then you keep interrupting me. So I'm not doing that anymore.
Please answer it.
Right.
10 times.
Well, because you keep interrupting. If you interrupted less, you might find that you get an answer. So, we believe that there is one essence, one nature, shared by completely in fullness with the Father and the Son. But these are distinguishable. We use in Christian terminology specific terms to talk about these: the hypostasis and the oasis. They share in one oasis, and there are 2, 3 hypostases. Okay, so they're not the same person, but they are the same nature. They're the same divine nature.
Is a nature. You said to me earlier.
Yes.
Nature is essence and attributes.
No, you said that.
You agreed.
No, what I tried to say before you interrupted
But you
me.
agreed with me.
What I tried to say before you interrupted
Can you
me.
play back? You agreed.
Can I speak?
So you
What I
don't
tried
agree
to
now?
say. What I tried to say was that a nature is communicated via attributes. However, the attributes don't define the nature. And I'll give you an example to that fact. Okay? An attribute of a human being is consciousness. Agreed? Agreed. Yes?
I'm on my head 3 times.
Yeah. Well, speak. Yeah, right. Brilliant. Yeah, why are you frightened to talk all of a sudden? So, do you agree that an attribute of humanity is consciousness?
Of a human, yeah.
Yeah. Are all human beings conscious?
Yes? No.
Yes.
Okay.
All the time?
Yeah.
What about
Not all
those-
the time when they're dead? That's different.
What about when they're in a coma?
What is your point? What's
point
your
is, that's
Just
my-
playing games.
No, I'm not. Because now
What's
I'm
your
getting.
point?
Yeah, I'm going to try and pad it out for you.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
So I have to go and take
Keep up.
very long.
Keep
Okay.
up. Well, then maybe
Yeah.
you interrupt less and we'll get through this conversation quicker. So, that demonstrates that there is a difference between the essence and the attributes. Because you can lose an attribute without losing the essence.
I've really agreed.
Now, the attribute of God's knowledge is a communication of his essence.
Okay, I'm
See where I'm going with
I
this?
got where you're going. So now you're saying that you can lose attribute.
I'm saying yes, you can lose an
But
attribute.
now
I'm
there's
not
some
saying God did.
One second, there's some attributes which make up that person or a person's nature. For example, as a human, what makes you a human is that you're weak, correct?
No.
Like, you're strong, you're all powerful.
No, I'm saying that doesn't make you human.
No, but that's part of what makes you human.
No,
If
what
you,
makes-
One second, let me explain to you what I meant by that.
Okay.
If you are all powerful, then you would not be a human, correct?
Agreed.
Okay, fantastic. So now what I'm saying to you, God, you're saying God is. What makes God is his attribute of being all powerful, all knowing, all wisdom.
Yeah.
So once you take that away from him, he's no longer God. The same way, once you take away the attribute of a human not being weak and being all powerful, that makes him other than human. That applies to the same thing when you say God is now. God is. For example, he doesn't know something. Now you've taken an attribute away from him, which makes him him.
Now evidence the fact that
Do
we.
you understand that?
I get what you're saying, but that's not what Christians say.
That's a contradiction.
But that's not what Christians say.
You just said that.
No, I didn't.
You said
No, I
to me-
didn't.
One second.
You didn't
I'm
pay
gonna show
attention.
I'll show
You
how
didn't
do
pay
it, I'm gonna
attention.
walk off. This
Right,
is what
no,
you said.
I wanna
This
ask
is what
you a
said.
question.
You said to me, no, one
Did
second.
Allah create vision?
You said to me, you've switched now. Switched the concept.
Because I'm pointing out to you. I'm
Listen to what
pointing
said.
out to
Listen
you.
what he said.
Because you're going to do what
Listen to
Shamsi
he
does.
said. Listen to what he said.
You're going to walk away.
You said a human essence.
Yes,
what
a
makes
human.
essence-
Yes,
what makes a
human.
essence.
Yes,
is
is not his
certain-
attributes.
One second. There's certain attributes that if you remove it from the human essence,
Yeah.
it's no longer a human now.
No, I didn't say that.
You did say that, and it's on camera.
No, what
It's
I
on
said
camera.
was-
and it's on record as well. So,
What
so
I-
you-
what-
I'm
what
gonna
I-
show
what-
that
what I
anyway.
said was-
But listen, so firstly,
No,
listen,
no, no, sorry,
And
you
I gave
don't-
an
you don't-
example.
no,
One
no.
second, I can't finish.
No,
I
no,
gave an
no.
example
But you
of
interrupted
being
me
all
many
weak.
times.
Let me finish.
Is
I gave an
vision-
example of
answer
a
this
human
question.
being all weak.
I've
being weak.
answered
That's
many,
what
many
makes him
questions.
human. If
No,
that
it
attribute was
doesn't.
to go,
It doesn't
and-
make
well,
you
agreed with me
human.
on that.
It doesn't
So
make you
lied.
human. What makes a
So you
human
lied.
human?
You lied on recording.
No, what makes a person?
You lied on recording.
No,
Okay,
no, no.
listen.
listen.
I'm not going to listen because he can't.
Oh, I'm not
Why
going to
should I
listen.
No, no,
This is the
listen.
this is the
After he's
supremacist logic.
unfinished, I'll listen to him.
This is the
But he doesn't let me
supremacist logic.
speak.
But
Like you
you
interrupted
made
me
your
many,
point,
many
you made your
times.
Let me finish.
Like you
I'll let him
interrupted me
finish.
many, many times.
Okay, so like I said,
So,
if you
what
take
I
away
actually
the
said
attribute of a
was-
human,
what I actually
being
said
weak,
was-
you have now made
What
him
I
non-human.
actually said
The
was
same way, if you take away
What
the
I
attribute of God
actually said
being
was-
all-knowing, which is an attribute which makes him God, you've now taken that attribute and made him other than God.
no. What we have said.
That is correct.
What we have said.
And with that, I finished.
What we have
because
said.
you're not answering my
What we
question.
have said is that he is the God man. That's what we have said.
What do you mean the God man? Okay,
I've
when
just-
the father
There
and
you
the
go.
son.
Like,
One
what do you
second.
mean? And then he
So the
interrupts.
God man, I answered you.
Right.
Okay, so now when
So
the
you-
fa-
do
when
you have a-
Jesus
do you
sat
have a
on the
problem
right-
with God entering
when
his
Jesus
creation?
Sat, sorry, when Jesus sat on the right hand side.
Yeah. Do
when
you
Jesus sat on the-
have a
when
problem
Jesus
with
sat-
God
when
entering
Jesus
his
sat-
creation?
When Jesus sat on the
Yeah.
right hand side.
Yeah.
Do you have a
of
problem?
God,
Do you have a problem with God entering his
when
creation?
Jesus sat on the right hand side of
Do
God.
you have a problem with God entering his
One second.
creation?
When Jesus sat on the
I've
right-hand
answered
side of
many
God-
of your
You're not
questions.
answering my question. No, you
I have
haven't.
answered
No,
many
he
of your
has, he
questions.
has.
It's on record.
You don't-
I want you to.
record.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
That's
finish.
fine.
By a
So
layman,
answer
I'm a
my
layman,
question.
ignorant.
I can tell.
And
I can tell.
and your religion.
Like
Yeah, I'm
you're
very
ignorant of my
I'm very
religion. You're
ignorant.
ignorant of my religion.
No,
I don't know what you know
I'm an
about
ignorant
yours. You're
person,
just
but-
ignorant
but-
of my
but-
religion.
but teachers, for example,
Yeah.
like Shamsi, they're
Yeah, your
easily.
teacher. Not really. Because Shamsi ran away.
Shamsi runs away all the time, bro.
Shamsi ran away.
Shamsi
Maybe
runs
you
all
can
the
answer
time.
the question that he ran
If I
away
was to
from.
ask him about the Trinity, he wouldn't be able to
Show
explain
you,
it.
Shamsi.
The fact that you're talking-
Shamsi.
Wait,
Shamsi. He's running away. He's running away.
Wow.
Shamsi.
You sound like
Shamsi. He's doing a Shamsi.
you're doing a Shamsi.
Shamsi. Bro, answer the question. Why are you running? Why are you running?
No,
Why are you running?
I'm not running at all.
Do you believe that Allah can enter his creation?
Yeah, that's a fair question.
I'm not going to answer your question.
Why
up
not?
until you
Why not?
answer
Why
my
not?
question.
No.
He has already.
I've answered many questions.
No,
Now
you
you
can't.
answer one. I've
Answer my
answered several
question.
of yours.
Yeah.
How many questions has he asked?
Answer my main question.
Right.
Because you was playing Luke games, I brought you to
Shamsi
my main
ran
question.
away from this question. Maybe you can answer it. Because your teacher ran away from this question. Perhaps you can answer this question. We're not going to put you on
You
camera.
understand it.
We're not going to put you on camera.
Just so I can get your voice.
Don't put you on camera. Right. Shamsi ran away from this question. I want to ask you this question. Is sight something created by Allah?
Sight's not great, but
Yes.
whose sight?
Your sight.
Human sight, yes.
Yes. So when on the day of judgment, when you're in paradise, and if you're fortunate enough to be included amongst those people, when you look towards your Lord, are you going to see him? Yep. Did he create the vision? So he has entered into his creation, right? Yeah, please,
Okay, please.
refute that.
Yeah.
Wow, he's answered the question that Shamsi didn't want to answer.
Wow, fair
well
play.
done. Good
Well
for you.
done.
Good for you.
Just repeating what Shamsi said to you 100
Go on.
times. Is the moon, with all its attributes...
No, it's all right. Sorry. Go on.
1 second.
Go on.
Everyone
Yep.
said, oh,
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Is the moon, with all its attributes and its essence, meaning the sand on it or whatever, the dust on it, whatever, and the core of it, everything with it, on this planet,
Okay.
in any way, just answer.
So I'll answer that question. Firstly, I note, and I'm sure everyone else noted, that I asked him a question, but all he did is give another question back. He didn't actually answer the question that I asked him.
No, but do you know why I done that?
No, hold on, one second. Right, so let's look at the moon analogy. Let's deconstruct this moon analogy that you're using. The same one that your teacher used, Shamsi. The moon is a created thing. The vision by which I see the moon is a created thing. And whether it's on Earth is immaterial. The fact is, everything connected to my vision of the moon is created. The concept, the words that I use to describe it, the vision by which I see it, the moon itself.
Is the moon in the earth?
No one's saying that.
Fantastic.
But it's a created thing.
Has the moon entered the earth? No. Has God entered the creation? No.
No, one second. The moon is in creation. That's why you can see it.
Okay, that's a good point now. You made that.
Thank
made
you.
a good point.
So when
But
you
what's
can see Allah,
You
one
made a
second.
good point, but you made- I'm
One second.
agreeing with you,
Yeah,
but you
when
joined the dots.
join the dots,
You made
bro.
a mistake somewhere, and I'll show
No,
you.
wait.
I know where you're going with it.
If you're gonna knock me down, but at least knock down what I'm saying.
I know what you're
What
saying.
I'm saying is, you believe, according to your Quran, that on the day of judgment, a created thing, you're going to look towards your Lord, which is a created thing, vision is a created thing, and you're going to see him. Right? Vision is created. If you can see Allah, Allah has entered his creation. Reply.
Firstly, when I use that moon thing, I used it to show that the moon is not entered into the creation in all of its
It is in the creation.
One second. The essence of the moon and all of its attributes is distant from the earth.
It is in
And secondly,
creation.
You tried to use the moon and you said, but it's because the moon is created and the sight is created. But I'm saying that we will be in creation.
Yes.
God will be outside of the creation. We can see him.
How will you?
That does not necessitate, one second, us looking at something does not necessitate that thing into the creation. The same way, if I put one second.
And then I'll reply.
If I put a small like ant inside a bottle, and that ant can see us. That ant is not outside the bottle; it's inside the bottle. All of its essence, all of its form. So for you to say that ant is outside the bottle is junun.
Can I reply now?
No, 1 second. It's actually not. It's not feasible.
Can I reply
even
now?
If you're going to reply to me, whatever you're going to say to me, it doesn't matter because it's like saying.
Good. Then don't worry. Then let me reply.
It's like saying, "Are you human?"
Then let me reply. Can I
There's
reply
nothing
now?
to reply to.
Can I reply now? Can I reply now? What you have just admitted is this. What you have just said is that you are going to see Allah, right? But the fact that you're missing, the fact that Shamsi misses, the fact that every Muslim misses, is if you are seeing Allah, vision itself is a created thing. So for you to see Allah in any sense, even if he is outside of every other aspect of creation, he is within the aspect of creation that is called sight. So how can you see him? So how can you see him? How can you see him? Which is in creation.
That argument's weak because we're not saying that God is. I'm just using that as an example to show you.
It's a really bad example.
The moon, we can see it.
Yes?
Yeah? Is the moon on Earth? No, we're not saying is it in creation. We know it's in creation.
Thank
We're
you.
saying is the moon in Earth?
Right, so,
But 1 second. Is
Yeah.
the moon in Earth? It's clearly not.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to say that told you the moon is in Earth in any way, shape, or form, it's ridiculous.
allow me to reply.
It's not possible.
Allow me to reply.
Do you understand that?
Allow me to reply.
So what you're trying to say, wait, no, you can reply when I'm finished. What
Yes,
you're
boss,
saying
go
is
on.
not trying to-
No one's you dimmy hear me.
is separate from the Earth. Whether you can see it, I can see it, it's separate.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's separate. It's separate from the Earth.
Can I, because
It's not inside
can I
the Earth.
reply
If
now?
you say it's inside the Earth,
Can I reply now?
then that's
Because you've ignored my point completely.
That's no point.
Because you've ignored my point completely. The point that I actually made, listen carefully. Listen carefully.
The last
I know your point. You're saying
Okay.
it's
He's giving up.
inside.
He's giving
But
up.
is that, even if it's inside, is that in the Earth?
No, you didn't. No, listen to the point that I'm making.
Outside the.
He's not going to listen.
No.
Why are you frightened to listen?
I'm not trying to listen.
So listen.
I'm just refuting your point.
Right, so refute the point that I make then. The point that I'm making. Why are you frightened of it then? If it's so ridiculous, why are you scared of it?
I'm scared of it.
Right, so let me talk then. Let me talk then. Why are you frightened to hear me? Right, you're saying that on Judgment Day, within creation, you are going to look outside of creation and see Allah. Is that what you're saying? Is that correct? Right. So, bear this in mind. That sight itself is something created by Allah. So Allah is extending this aspect of creation that we call sight to encompass him. That's what you're saying. Because one second. Because one second. No. I haven't finished yet. I haven't finished. That contradicts your argument. Because the fact is, even if Allah is outside of every other aspect of creation, which is your argument, if he is in any aspect of creation, then he is inside of his creation. And you have already admitted that sight is a created thing. And you have already admitted that you hope to see Allah. So if you are hoping to see Allah by the thing that he creates, Allah is inside of his creation.
Perfect. That's it. You're good.
Everyone else gets it. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Do you get it?
I get it, man.
Do you get it?
I get it.
You get
Do
it.
you
Bro,
get it?
bro.
The only one that doesn't understand
Allah
it is you.
non-existent.
The only one that doesn't understand it, bro, is you.
You break it down very well, bro. I have to give that to you. You break
Thanks.
it down very well. You
Thank
break
you.
it down very well. I don't think there's no one else that can come and contest
You
to
know
say
what?
that Allah is real.
All right.
Yeah,
He
man.
didn't, though. He didn't. He ran away. But you're braver than Shamsi. I give you this. You dealt with the question, even if you couldn't defend it. So congratulations. You dealt with the question. Well done.
Well done, bro.
You got your ass handed to you on a plate, but you at least tried. Good effort. Good effort.
Bless you, bro.
Anyway,
Bless
take
you.
care.
Thank you, bro. God bless.
And notice, this brother at least shook my hand.
Yeah.
Shamsi wouldn't.
Nah, Shamsi wouldn't. Yeah.
Well, it's
Merry Christmas, bro.
like knowledge increase, innit?
Yeah.
It's not like back in the days where people used to just take anything that goes. Knowledge
knowledge really increase.
Absolutely. You see, we Christians, when they challenge us about the incarnation, if they are challenging us about the incarnation from a hypocritical standpoint like Shamsi does, then all we have to do is expose the hypocrisy of their argument. Because if their God can enter into creation, then why can't ours? If it is not a contradiction or a paradox when their God enters into sight, or enters into the lowest heaven, isn't that what the hadith say? Yeah. That he descends into the seventh, the lowest heaven to hear the prayers of the faithful? Yeah. Doesn't it say that Allah's voice was heard from the bush?
You know what? I think Muhammad. I think what Muhammad did is set them up for a fall.
Yeah, of course.
I think he saw that there was a people that lost without any direction.
Yeah.
And I just thought that he just think, what can I do to bring these people together? Not with like that evil intention where it has become where they write in other books and other literatures to kind of you know, and then it's fall back on them, and it's terrible because there is no legs to stand on. The only thing to do now is political war and mischief.
Yeah.
It's just mischief. From now on, it's just mischief.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we Christians need to muscle up against this kind of radical.
But the truth will prevail anyway.
Yeah.
It's the truth because it's a factual, historical, and biblical goes together.
Yeah.
You know. And if you're not preaching love in this day and age, what are you doing? You know.
Well, exactly. I mean, in terms of the two natures, we've got to talk about this point, because in the Christian faith, Shamsi, what he wants to do is he wants to confuse the two natures. He wants to take the limitations of the humanity and apply it to the divinity. He wants to say that the divine changes. That's not what Christians believe. It's not what Christians say. Were you listening to the debate?
Not really, but
right,
like from what I've heard you're saying and from what I've seen, I think that Islam and these groups of people, sectors of people, they need to come together and revisit the truth.
And that truth is Christ. But on that, I'm going to have to stop because I've been here for hours.
Yeah.
And I'm freezing cold and I want to go eat. So it's really nice speaking to you, bro.
Nice speaking.
God bless
to you.
you.
Well,
Merry Christmas, guys.
Peace be with you.
Take it easy.
Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Yeah. Don't let them intimidate you or bully you down, man.
No way.
Like, don't let them intimidate you or bully you down.
No way. Thank you, bro. Take care. Take care, everyone.
What channel is this? This
Soko.
is Soko. Yo.